Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to a Rev video about nuisance streamers are no longer safe in Japan. And what is a nuisance streamer? One example, Johnny Somali. His content is, it's mostly been like, he goes to other countries and he just harasses people. He harasses people, insults them for no reason, he starts shit. He even sprinkles a little bit of racism. And he's just a terrible human being. Like, basically they try to be a decent human being challenge and they fail it within like 0.01 second. And yeah, they just go around being assholes to everyone. I don't even get why that became a thing. Like, I know it's probably started originally as just people who streamed who liked to walk around, or maybe they had exploration streams, but then eventually like douchebags saw that and decided, oh, I wonder if I could do it, but I could be a douche in like my stream. I just harass people and be weird and maybe sprinkle some racism into the stream. And that's most of Kick's streamers. Anyway, that's basically that. So what happened here is two nuisance streamers went to Japan and tried that shit, and they fucked around and found out. That's all. Anyway, hold on, let's start the video. Let me get it bigger for y'all. Alright, it's on screen now, full screen.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So right now you're looking at the inevitable result of nuisance streamers causing issues in Japan. So right now, a lot of businesses like this are putting up signs warding off not just nuisance streamers, but tourists in general. This message on the door saying, due to continuing trouble, we are not accepting customers from overseas.
Yeah, so I heard about this. Again, I can't blame the business owners for doing this, for like not allowing overseas customers in there, because there has been a long history of like influencer coming to Japan and just being assholes for no fucking reason. Like, literally no reason. Like, they're just, oh, I'm doing it for clout. What even is clout? Like, what the fuck? Like, I recall a long time ago, PewDiePie said influencers were basically ruining Japan with all the fucking weirdos. Like, I remember hearing one where I don't know the nuisance streamer's name, but I know, like, basically the dude was streaming and then he saw geishas and tried to grope them. And then that whole section where all the geishas come out for, like, I forgot what was going on there, but yeah, they had geishas there in Japan. And that whole streets, like, no longer wasn't, for a while, I don't know if it still is, but tourists are banned from going there. Like, overseas people are banned from going in there. And I think that was, like, around the time PewDiePie said that, and it pissed off all sorts of, like, nuisance streamers, influencers that do that type of shit. Doesn't PewDiePie live in Japan now? I can't remember. But yeah, and then ever since that incident, it's gotten worse, and there's probably more that you don't even really hear of. It's just Johnny Somali was like the biggest douchebag that we heard about, and he's still stuck in South Korea, I think. I almost said North Korea. If he was in North Korea, he wouldn't be around. Just saying. Anyway, let's continue.
And honestly, I can't blame them.
I can't blame them either.
Nuisance streamers over in Japan have caused so much damage to the
always
reputation
Kick.
of tourists that tourists and nuisance streamers are being lumped together. And again, I don't think that's too unfair for these businesses who have been dealing with absolute...
Okay, so the reason why I think also the tourists are being lumped together is, believe it or not, these douchebag nuisance streamers also have a cringy fan base that, like, let's say one day, like, a fan of, like, Johnny Somali or these guys that this video's about goes to Japan, they're all, oh, my favorite nuisance streamer, or, well, they would just say streamer, but uh, got away with harassing all these people, so I'm gonna be a dickhead here and expect, like, probably harass the local businesses and stupid shit like that. Oh, that's why I think they're, like, banning overseas people from going into some of their businesses, which I respect it. I respect it. But yeah, it's mostly because these douchebags kind of are ruining stuff for tourists, basically.
Losers infecting their place of business with
Yeah.
their nonsense. Now, typically people think about Johnny Somali when it comes to nuisance
Yeah.
streamers in Japan, but recently there's been another wave of idiots, mainly from Kick. Ice
I
Poseidon
hate
and his
Kick.
many brain-dead goons have been going over to Japan, and right now they are currently in the finding out phase of their nuisance streaming in Japan. So, you can see this post right here from Dexerto saying Kick streamers were attacked with glass bottles by
Good.
Japanese locals while broadcasting. And of course, you can see there's a note added to this, and there's pretty much a note on a lot of these headlines involving this particular situation, where basically they're not giving the context as to why these Japanese citizens.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Let me read the note under it for y'all. The streamer hits on a hostess at a bar, unaware her boyfriend is there. He disrespects her, calls her his girlfriend, and acts aggressively. The boyfriend confronts him, and after tension rises, the streamer gets attacked. Yeah, basically, the streamer started it, and he was just saying, "No, she's my girlfriend now, bitch," or something like that. And for extra context, I recall hearing they kept trying to tell her to go to a love hotel with them. In fact, it was 2 streamers that got attacked. They got jumped and fucked up.
were going around and beating up these Kick streamers. So let's see the article here. Kick streamers attacked after argument with Japanese locals. On February 15th, Kick streamers Lord Hito and Gagan TV, aptly named right there, were eating at a restaurant in Sapporo, Japan, when they walked into a bar nearby. The duo spoke with a woman they'd met beforehand and the other two men in what appeared to be a friendly and playful conversation at first. And we will talk about that friendly and playful conversation in a second. But then at one point, 2 other men approached the streamers, with one grabbing at Gagan TV's phone twice. An argument broke out shortly thereafter, and an employee ushered them out the door. Angry at the situation that had unfolded, Gagan TV vented his frustration as he and Hito walked away, while Hito himself was left confused.
I was laughing because I remembered, didn't one of them get their phone stolen? And basically the guy hijacked the stream. I think he shut off the stream afterwards, but that's hilarious. That's just karma. Like, be a dick in real life. Like if that's your content, that's just karma. Like, ugh. Well, I hope they learn from this, but these types of people are too stupid to learn from it. They'll just try to be an asshole again, probably in another country, if they don't get banned from Japan like Johnny Somali did.
So like I said, there's missing context here, as pointed out by this user. There's a lot of long clips here, but this is the summation before we watch the actual clip of this all going down. So invites bar girl to love hotel. Gets politely told by her boyfriend to not say that stuff to his girlfriend. Tells the boyfriend, no, she's my girlfriend. Gangster grabs his phone, tells them to F off. Starts taking off his jacket like he's ready to fight. Gets jumped outside. 100% deserved.
Yeah, so one thing about these nuisance streamer, if you ever encounter one, like let's say hell freezes over and you encounter one in your city, and they pretend like they're gonna fight you, like they take off their jacket like they're gonna fight, just kick their ass. They'll probably run and say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it," or it'll go like, what are you doing, man? I was just playing with you. Or they say they're kidding or some shit like that, or it was a joke. The thing about that is, it's like bullies. Bullies will always, like, they're not that strong. Like, as soon as you fight back, they'll just try to make it look like you're the asshole and they were just joking. That's basically what these nuisance streamers are. They're like trying to be bullies, but they think they're hard, but they're not. That's just karma. Anyway, let's continue.
You'll see
Apologies for
context,
pausing. I
right
just have a
here,
lot
and
to
then
say
we're gonna
about
look at
this
the
shit.
clip, and I think you're gonna pretty much agree with what this user is saying. So here is the clip with a translated explanation saying 2 members of Ice Poseidon were attacked by a Japanese man
heard of
carrying
Ice
a
Poseidon.
bottle
I
after
heard
leaving
it's
a
just
darts bar in
douchey.
Sapporo after an argument over streaming. Hito was completely beaten up, and Gagan said sorry as he ran away, and his main smartphone was stolen. They were talking about how Hito escaped to a hotel by taxi, and it seems they attacked him while watching the live stream. So, right off the bat, just to give you some further context, they're in the bar right now, so that's why it's a little dark. And they've been having these pestering conversations with this girl and her boyfriend. And of course, right, you're being insulted by a foreigner who's also got a camera in your face. I'm not too surprised that these people had a very strong reaction to that. So let's play the clip.
Yeah, keep in mind, it's like they went into those Japanese people's house and said, "Your place fucking sucks. Also, your girlfriend's mine now." So that, I don't know. It kind of feels like that whenever they go to foreign countries to be an asshole. It's like feels like they're just going into someone else's house and telling them the shit in their house sucks ass, and I'm gonna start shit with you because I'm better than you or some shit. I don't fucking know. Apologies, I'm like, my brain's melting right now. But yeah, that's just how it feels to me. Like you're going to someone else's house and telling them everything sucks in their house.
Don't touch my Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. Fucking dumbass. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
So they got thrown out.
All right, so here's one of the main players here. This is Mr. Gagan. He's talking
scoot
about right
over a little
here
bit.
how these Japanese locals are exhibiting beta behavior. Now let's see how this alpha male over here responds to be
Wait.
a potential confrontation.
Beta behavior. Isn't he the guy that it says above the video? While his homie was getting beaten up, he ran away, apologizing because they were chasing him. He kept begging for forgiveness. Oh yeah, no, that's just how an alpha acts. Begging for forgiveness.
Here from the people he is antagonizing.
Come on, Japan. Like, is this how it is out here? What the fuck? What are you doing? Yo, what the fuck? I'm getting attacked! Yo, I'm getting attacked!
And this guy right here is another Japanese local here who takes the camera away from Mr. Gagan and basically steals the show. We'll see a little more of that in a second, but let's continue on.
You have the bottle! What the fuck? He's coming with the bottle!
They took the phone.
Dude, he's getting attacked. He's getting attacked. He's getting attacked.
Can you tell he's getting attacked?
Hey. If they had a third guy, this could have been that JoJo meme where there's like 2 of them just stomping on a guy, and then like a third guy gets up and joins in on stomping the person. If only they had a third person, it could have been a JoJo meme. Is that a JoJo reference?
Stop! Stop!
And this was the moment he knew he effed up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
his friend over here, this is the Hito individual who's getting jumped.
Shouldn't
by
have been
these two
assholes.
locals, and now they're turning over to Gagan, and he can't handle the smoke, despite being the big alpha male. That
Oh
he is.
yeah.
Stop!
This is the guy that said he was alpha.
F around and find out, man.
Did he trip?
Stop! Huh? Stop!
I love how these people are so clout addicted, right? They can't even put the camera down. Even if they believe their safety is at risk, they have to keep rolling because this is the only value they have, is trying to pump out this garbage content. It's more...
Okay, so if they're so clout addicted, so how does getting beaten up on camera affect their clout? Just wondering. Does that give them negative clout, or does that just turn them into a lol cow? I'm wondering at this point. I'm wondering because they're all about clout, but then they get beaten up and they still keep the stream on them while they're getting beaten up. Is this like Fallout where like you get negative karma for like stealing? Does it work like that kind of where they gain clout but then they got beaten up on stream and you see in the corner of the screen they get negative clout like in Fallout? I wonder.
Important than their own safety, and even in moments when they're scared like this, they can't stop recording.
Right?
Stop! Stop! Bye-bye! We go home! Home!
We go home!
We go home!
What a little bitch. My God. You know, you...
I'm gonna be honest. The dude that went after him, he doesn't look like a big person, but he's getting his ass kicked by him. That's kind of hilarious. And again, this is the guy that said everyone in Japan's a beta, or this is beta behavior, even though he's being like he's the one being an asshole. Just oh well, what if you're the supposed alpha? What does that make you if someone you think is a beta is beating you up? Think about it. Think about it.
Antagonize these people, you claim you want the smoke, and then you have a guy who appears to be much smaller than this gagging individual, and he's immediately begging in broken English to let him go home. Let him go back to his mom.
Jesus.
Stop! Huh? Yeah, sorry! Go home!
This guy's...
Stop! Stop!
This needs to happen more to Nuisance Streamers, I'm just saying.
Bro needs to, like, put down the camera and start working on his cardio. Like, why is he so out of breath? He's been moving around for...
Oh no, he's got more negative negative clout. He's getting more negative clout because now he's like begging and running. He's still streaming himself. Oh, look at that comment. You started streaming instead of helping your friend. Bitch made. Oh, this guy's a bitch.
About 1 minute.
Get me out. Dude, I'm bleeding right now.
I think they have negative clout now.
Cause I don't know, bro. I'm not bleeding.
His fingers.
Get a fucking bottle.
Just get one of them SpongeBob band-aids, you idiots.
You're chasing me.
Also, look at the chat, by the way. They're very divided on this one. Some saying, call the cops, and then some saying, don't involve the cops. There's some tension here. It's funny because if anyone called the cops on them, all of a sudden all these locals are, you know, a bunch of cowards. But when they're getting really what they've been asking for, all of a sudden now they want to call the cops. Interesting.
You're chasing me.
I'm dying.
Hold on, stop. Hold on, please. Please, save me my son.
Embarrassing. Oh.
Sorry.
This guy's like way smaller than him.
Why is he saying sorry in broken English? Bro, like, do you think this is like helping you communicate better to them? It's so embarrassing. Why is he doing that?
Please, save me my son.
He's streaming himself begging after being a douche.
No, stop. Okay, off. What? Please.
This is so satisfying to watch. There should be no safe spaces for nuisance streamers anywhere in Japan, or really
Yeah.
any country for that matter.
It's okay.
Fight back. The chat saying fight back.
Fight back!
You think this guy's
Fight
gonna
back!
fight back? This guy you are obsessively watching is a giant coward. He is not fighting back.
You know, clips of this guy on YouTube should go with the cat videos because he's a giant pussy. Just saying.
Now they have one of his cameras. And they've
He should be
pretty much stolen
categorized with
show.
the cat videos because he's a pussy.
If you skip ahead a little bit, you can see they turn the camera on themselves. The two guys
They
that,
took his
the two
camera.
locals that
Yeah, I heard about this.
responded to this whole situation. So yeah, that's really what's going on.
They
here,
just
and a lot
stole
of
his
people
phone.
Are celebrating this. Another example of these nuisance streamers finding out in Japan after antagonizing people and getting the exact reaction they have been probably hoping for. Okay, they're poking the bear and then they're shocked when the bear responds. I mean, that's just effing around and finding out as usual. But the individuals involved would come to Twitter and try to play the victim. Here's Gaggy talking about the situation where he experienced an incident that has left him deeply shaken. A lot of people would say, good, maybe you won't do this stuff again.
Yeah.
You know, making your entire personality and career based on annoying people for content, yeah, that's kind of like the results. You know, people are going to get mad, and eventually they'll just have enough of this, and they'll actually take a more aggressive response to you. It's not too surprising. But
It's always the kick
ain't nobody got
streamers,
time
by
for
the
this,
way.
okay? You are obviously in the wrong here, and now you're just upset because people are actually responding to you in a way that you can't deal with. You can't defend yourself because you're a coward. And then look at this, it's 36 likes. Wow. Internet famous. All the attention on you right now because of these clips, and you can't even get any sort of attention. And also, the Lord Hito person would also make a long thread. Again, ain't nobody reading this. 71 likes in about a week. That's very impressive. He says, they grabbed my phone out of nowhere.
So the top comment said he's been nothing but respectful in Japan, and I think he's trying to play the victim. I didn't read it all, but the top comment mentioned he was being respectful, even though he was the one disrespecting that lady and that dude that started the whole thing. He was basically telling that lady to go to a love hotel with him, and then he tried to tell her boyfriend that she's his girlfriend now, and then they started to get aggressive and insult the people in the bar, and yeah, that's very respectful behavior. I feel like this is just karma, and they don't like it. They don't like it when they push someone, they don't like it when that person pushes back. Just saying, it's like bully mentality, kind of.
I apologize in Japanese to the bartenders for him, and we
No, he
simply
didn't.
just left. After we were out, they chased us with a bottle and even went after me just because I was with him. Well, you guys are a crew together, and you're both annoying. So, are you surprised by that? You really shouldn't be. But
Oh god, not Johnny Somali. I hate this guy.
Legal Mindset shares this clip of Johnny Somali, and he's once again acting a fool, and he's trying to, I guess, bring the Japanese police down on Ice Poseidon and his goons. I guess it's like maybe there's some competition going on here between these annoying nuisance streamers. Like he's trying to take back over the market, but unfortunately for Johnny Somali, he's not getting back into Japan no matter what he threatens here. He's banned for 5 more years and can't return, and I don't see how he's going to weasel his way into that country, especially if he wants to make some sort of content. But here he is basically trying to almost set up all of these members who are currently in Japan, so I guess he can reclaim his throne, or his throne of disgrace.
Okay, so yeah, this idiot's just trying to get the Japan. He's trying to say he's affiliated with these morons and all the other people in these two morons group, even though he's like king moron. That he's not affiliated with these people, but he's trying. I feel like what they're saying is he's trying to get the Japanese police on their asses by saying he's affiliated with them because he's probably trying to get rid of his competition of douchery. I don't know.
Race over there.
Hello to the people of Japan and the people of the world. I want to make this message because I've been gone for a long time. Let me introduce myself if you don't know me already. I am Johnny Somali.
I hate this guy.
I am part of a criminal nuisance live streamer gang called CX. I am a high-ranking member in the black sheep of the family. We are ran by our top leader, Ice Poseidon. He's the leader of CX and Mizkif, the leader of OTK.
So I guess he's trying to set up not only Mizkif, who's visiting Japan right now, but also Ice Poseidon, who's one of the nuisance streamers. Mizkif, not causing it. He's not a nuisance streamer. But yeah, I guess he's trying to lump him in since he's in Japan currently. So that's, I guess, the angle Johnny Somali's going for here.
We are part of a live streaming international criminal mafia of nuisance streamers that have came to Japan to bring you freedom, to bring you American values.
Look at this list of losers, by the way. Absolutely cursed list of people right here.
You weak Japs will never stop us.
Oh.
You will never stop
racism.
CX. You will never stop Johnny Somali. You will never stop Ice Poseidon, Paul Danino, who is my mentor, my teacher, my leader. If it was not for Ice Poseidon, I would have never come to Japan. And if you try to arrest Ice Poseidon, if you try to stop Paul Danino or any of our group, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, the terrorist, the one that paid for all of our kick deals and steak deals, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, the fat fuck, I promise you I'll be back in Japan soon.
No, I don't think
no,
you're
you're
gonna
not.
make it there. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on these nuisance streamers. If you want some more coverage of that, definitely check out Legal Mindset. He's been covering a lot of these very interesting individuals who are causing issue over in Japan. There's too many of these losers to really keep track of at this point.
Yeah, I don't follow these guys.
Here and why
I
obviously a lot of people
kick
are
streamers.
tired of this. And like I said earlier in the video, these businesses have had enough. They're starting to put signs up basically saying customers from overseas are not welcome here. And I don't blame them whatsoever. This was the inevitable results of these jerk-offs doing these things in Japan. They're making a bad name, not just for nuisance streamers, but for tourists in general. And this is becoming a very big problem. If you think what they're doing, these nuisance streamers, is in any way acceptable or something that should be protected or celebrated, you're an idiot, and you're making it hard for people who want to go to Japan and respect everything going on over there and have a good time. And it's now ruining it for everyone. But that's the obvious and inevitable results of this whole thing. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's just another case of fucking around and finding out. That's just karma, what happened to them. Like, for real, they're fucking up. Like, when regular-ass people, like tourists or whatnot, they want to go visit other countries, like, again, I'd like to go to Japan one day, and mostly, well, I'm a fucking weeb, of course I do. Because of these, like, the shit like this is sometimes they'll lop any overseas people with these douchebags that, like, just go to other countries to harass people for clout, for internet streams, whatever the fuck. And, yeah, it's just such a pain in the ass. But good news is they're not... I kind of burped a little bit in my mouth. Gross. But at the very least, the locals aren't taking, like, harassment from these idiots anymore. Hopefully, like, I personally think this shouldn't... like I hope these idiots learn from this to not be a dick in public, but you know. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.